Well, I'm an stupid dog. I wasn't ready for all the pushback from the adherents about the Dolphin take. A lot of people said in the comment section they didn't care for the bestiality connotations. And as a stupid dog, I have to admit, I didn't mean for it to flow to go that way, so to speak. But I guess what I was trying to give an example of I guess deep down I was jealous because I couldn't believe the man was more concerned really with the dolphin than his friend, the talking dog over here, the dog that talks. I mean, come on. I'm plus, I don't have that much longer to live, so maybe there was some jealousy coming through. And then, some of the adherents had to point out, kind of persnicketily, that it's not an emerald dolphin, it's a blue dolphin. And I was like, I don't know I thought emerald kind of was a bluish green. Maybe the dolphin's a little more blue. Maybe I should have said a blue dolphin, but I want to compare it to something that was beautiful, like a gemstone. Because the man was in love with the dolphin. The man didn't care if it was a boy dolphin or girl dolphin. The man wasn't really sexually attracted to the dolphin. That was some of my own personal jealousy, my own animus, you see, because I was like, the man shouldn't get that excited over a damn dolphin, We shouldn't have to be traveling to go see a dolphin. We're driving around in a big old ginormous Ford station wagon. You could have kept a side of beef in that thing. That AC ripped. The man, he was so whatever you say. When he got out that ginormous, he drives a Ford Festiva. So when he got to take out the big boat, Big Red he called her, big giant red Ford station wagon with imitation wood paneling down the sides and real wooden, whatever that thing is up there. I forget what they're called, the whole, not the console, the thing up the dashboard. It was a big oak dashboard. You could have served drinks on top of the thing. It was beautiful. But anyways, we're driving down that way, and I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm like, this is a beautiful vehicle. The funny thing is, it didn't even have a cassette player. It only had an AM, FM radio. But, it could get stations from Saskatchewan. You could pick up a bunch of Jewish kind of things, Mexican kind of things, lots of Spanish, this, that, or the other kinds. There was a little twinge this way or that way, so you knew it had to be a different kind of Spanish thing. There was so many stations. That AM station, I was listening to, Tiddlywinks commentary on one channel. I was listening to college hockey on the other channel. I was listening to a billiards game. Oh, excuse me. But anyways, the funny thing about the way the man drove the station wagon was he drove it with the AC full-on raging blasting with all of the windows rolled down. That thing was getting like 4.5 miles to the gallon highway. The thing had a 47-gallon tank. It was like sitting in a beautiful stuffed couch right in the middle of a big parlor room in the manor house. It was like you were floating on a cloud. You were being transported. You weren't being driven. You were being transported through space-time. That's how luxuriant that great big giant station wagon was. But, that part was okay, but the fact we were going to see a dolphin, and then we get mixed up in this weirdo spittoon kind of a sit-down, hold-down poker game rally. I don't even know what it was. I think there was a chicken fight going in the background. There was a pawn shop. They were buying gold, earrings and gold whatever, wedding rings over here. It was kind of a roughneck place. The man was playing lots of cards and is sitting on this picnic table under this greasy old light, and up comes this wobbly, oscillating Daddy Longleg. And I'm like, where's this Daddy Longleg think he's going? Plus, look at him. He can barely walk. He's like zigzagging back and forth, Couldn't even understand what's wrong with him. It was like somebody must have stepped on him and smushed one of his legs off, or maybe a couple of them. This guy was like, I don't know if this thing was drunk or was, whatever. Maybe he was on some fentanyl. Maybe he crawled across a little drop of fentanyl. I didn't know what was going on with this Daddy Longleg, but that Daddy Longleg and the man was like love at first sight. You should have seen the way the man cupped the daddy long leg and soothed and eased the daddy long leg. The daddy long leg was trying to get to the man, but yet when the man went to pick him up, he became frantic and he was oscillating back and so he was going back and forth so fast one of his leg joints fell off one of his good legs. The man was like, calm down, calm down. He breathed softly on the, and the thing, he's got 8 weirdo black eyes going across his little body. He's like a little space, he was like a little invasion from Mars kind of a space, whatever you say, some kind of Martian tank, like they did in the movie Them, or From Here to Eternity, whichever it was, when the day Mars stood still, invasion, attack from Mars, something along the lines of big, like daddy long leg spaceships that could do whatever. But anyways, this daddy long leg and the man were instantaneously in love. That was another thing that stuck in my craw. I understand, we're traveling down to go see this dolphin. He gets down there, he loses all his money as a card game. We don't even really have enough gas to get home. He has to, he had a good thing he had a credit card. He doesn't really use that credit card that much. I don't know how he's going to pay that thing up, but we got home on the credit card. I was like, jeepers, creepers, And then the whole time he's like, don't be careful of the daddy long leg. He made me sit in the back. He made me sitting all the way far back so the daddy long leg could crawl around the first row, second row seats. And there I am rattling back and forth, sliding back and forth on the slick, big, wide surface area in the back of the station wagon. I was like, jeepers, I mean, all of a sudden I'm like third fiddle to a dolphin we don't even ever go down and see. He runs out of his money. We're hoofing it back home to Western Kentucky with a oscillating, severely damaged daddy long legs. The daddy long legs, he was kind of become like a Jiminy Cricket character. I was like, Jiminy Cricket had a lot of charm. He wore a little suit and a top hat. He had an umbrella. This daddy long legs looked like he was, lost in a bunch of, UFC fights or something. This is a rode hard and put up wet daddy long leg. I was like, this daddy long leg does not have any Jiminy Cricket charm. He ain't going to come up with any good songs. He ain't going to have no good sayings. He's got 8 big eyes across the weirdo, saucer-esque body staring out at you. Like the eyes in the middle are the biggest, then they get smaller to the sides. I was like, that's just weird, Daddy long legs, I don't know. I don't know how you can cozy up to a character, that's a scraggly, like dumpster diving, druggy-esque, live under a bridge vibe kind of a daddy long leg. I mean, that's the kind of character we're picking up. And who knows if the dolphin will become some kind of a character. But, it used to be the man, the dog, the rabbit. Now I fear it's going to be the man, the daddy long leg, and the dog. Whatever.